Select a characteristic of a good weld on exhaust stacks. The weld should taper off smoothly into the base metal. The hot section of a turbine engine is particularly susceptible to which of the following kinds of damage? Cracking. Engines using cold stream or both cold and hot stream reversing include high bypass turbofans. What type of nuts are used to hold an exhaust system to the cylinders? Brass or heat-resistant nuts. Thrust reversers utilizing a pneumatic actuating system usually receive operating pressure from the engine bleed air system. What is the proper operating sequence when using thrust reversers to slow an aircraft after landing? Retard thrust levers to ground idle. Raise thrust reverser levers as required, and retard thrust reverser levers to ground idle. Why is high nickel chromium steel used in many exhaust systems? Corrosion resistance and low expansion coefficient. Compared to normally aspirated engines, turbocharged engine exhaust systems operate at higher temperatures and higher pressures. How do the turbines, which are driven by the exhaust gases of a turbo compound engine, contribute to total engine power output? By driving the crankshaft through suitable couplings. How should ceramic-coated exhaust components be cleaned? By degreasing. Turbojet and turbofan thrust reverser systems are generally powered by electricity, hydraulic pressure, and pneumatic pressure. On an aircraft that utilizes an exhaust heat exchanger as a source of cabin heat, how should the exhaust system be inspected? With the heater air shroud removed. Dislodged internal muffler baffles on a small reciprocating engine may cause excessive exhaust back pressure. How may reciprocating engine exhaust system leaks be detected? Signs of exhaust soot inside cowling and on adjacent components. Repair of exhaust system components is not recommended to be accomplished in the field. The purpose of cascade vanes in a thrust reversing system is to turn to a forward direction the fan and/or hot exhaust gases that have been blocked from exiting through the exhaust nozzle. Ball joints in reciprocating engine exhaust systems should be loose enough to permit some movement. Reciprocating engine exhaust systems that have repairs or sloppy weld beads which protrude internally are unacceptable because they cause local hotspots. All of the following are recommended markers for reciprocating engine exhaust systems, except for lead pencil. Which of the following statements are true regarding thrust reverser systems? The reverser system must be able to withstand high temperatures, be mechanically strong, relatively light in weight, and reliable. Sodium-filled valves are advantageous to an aviation engine because they dissipate heat well. The rearward thrust capability of an engine with the thrust reverser system deployed is less than its forward capability. Power recovery turbines used on some reciprocating engines are driven by the velocity of the exhaust gases. How are combustion liner walls cooled in a gas turbine engine? By secondary air flowing through the combustion chamber. Reciprocating engine exhaust system designs, commonly used to provide for ease of installation and/or allow for expansion and contraction, may include the use of spring-loaded ball joints, slip joints, and bellows. Augmenter tubes are part of which reciprocating engine system? Exhaust. On turbojet-powered airplanes, thrust reversers are capable of producing between 35 and 50% of the rated thrust in the reverse direction. What is the purpose of a slip joint in an exhaust collector ring? It aids in alignment and absorbs expansion. Which of the following indicates that a combustion chamber of a jet engine is not operating properly? Hot spots on the tail cone. Operating thrust reversers at low ground speeds can sometimes cause hot gas reingestion, compressor stalls, and sand or other foreign object ingestion. One source commonly used for carburetor air heat is exhaust gases. What could be a result of undetected exhaust system leaks in a reciprocating engine-powered airplane? Pilot or passenger incapacitation caused by carbon monoxide entering the cabin. What is the purpose of an exhaust outlet guard on a small reciprocating engine? To prevent dislodged muffler baffles from obstructing the muffler outlet. Most exhaust system failures result from thermal fatigue cracking in the areas of stress concentration. This condition is usually caused by the high temperatures at which the exhaust system operates. How should corrosion-resistant steel parts, such as exhaust collectors, be blast cleaned? Use sand which has not previously been used on iron or steel.